Breaking news just a few minutes ago, and the news is that an Accra Circuit Court has issued an arrest warrant for CEO of gold dealership firm Men's Gold. My colleague Emmanuel Abuajiwiafe joins me right here for details of that statement. So what do we know and what is the statement saying?
All right, so I'll go straight to the statement, which reads: an Accra Circuit Court has issued an order for the immediate arrest of all directors of Men's Gold Ghana. Now, the warrant of arrest, which was signed and issued to the police this afternoon in respect of 4 main directors of Men's Gold, had warrant number 01/19, 02/19, 03/19, and 04/19, requiring the police to locate and arrest immediately 4 persons: Nana Appiah Mensah, Rose Tete, Benedicta Appiah, and Abigail Mensah, wherever they are. Now, the other 3 whose names appeared on the warrant document were listed on the registration documents of Men's Gold Ghana as directors and are also relatives of Nana Appiah Mensah, who is the main architect of Men's Gold. Now, Rose Tete is his wife, while Benedicta Appiah is his younger sister, and Abigail Mensah also his younger sister. The court warrant documents intercepted by sources stated that the offense as defrauding by false pretense, contrary to section 131 of 29/60, for which reasons they were wanted. Now, the warrant further stated, "You are hereby ordered in the name of the President forthwith to apprehend the said Nana Appiah Mensah and produce him before court." Sources say inside the Ghana Immigration Service have revealed they have been ordered to be on the lookout for any of these persons at all the entry and exit points of Ghana. Now, while it is believed that Nana Appiah Mensah managed to escape from bail to South Africa with his wife, Rose Tete, who has now been declared wanted by virtue of the fact that she is being a director of the company, the other 2 directors are believed to be in Ghana and preparing to also disappear.
Right. So we also know that this issue goes beyond Ghana. Do we know the number of countries that are involved in this whole process? Exactly. If they should come after him, who is involved? How many countries are we talking about?
So currently it's crossed over international boundaries because it involves the Interpol and is involving 194 countries.
That's quite a lot.
Any of these countries within which Nana Appiah Mensah plus the other 3 people are found should be arrested immediately and extradited back to Ghana for the process to begin. All
right, thank you so much, Emmanuel Abuajiwiafe, for accepts of that arrest warrant that was issued for the arrest of the CEO of gold dealership firm Men's Gold. Let's now cross over to Kumasi, where my colleague Prince Appiah is standing by for an update. Hello, Prince Appiah, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Prince, can you hear me? Good evening.
Good evening. I can hear you, Sandra.
All right. So I'm sure you've heard the news now. How are customers reacting to this news?
Yeah, Sandra, you remember that yesterday's the demonstration in Kumasi, one of the major things that the customers were talking about was the fact that government should assist so that number one, Nana Appiah Mensah, the founder of Men's Gold, should be arrested and made to account for the money they've invested in the gold dealership firm. I spoke to a number of them who are saying that this is what they've been asking for, and they believe that is the first step in helping them retrieve all the money they've invested in the Men's Gold now that it's not functional. What they are saying is that they expect that, they are saying that if the warrant does not yield the needed results, they will continue to go on the street and press and do whatever necessary they can do to ensure that Namwan is arrested.
All right, thank you so much, Prince Appiah, for that update from Kumasi. Let's move on, and we still stay on the Men's Gold issue. And the likelihood that Men's Gold customers will be getting some support is becoming bleak by the day, as the Bank of Ghana says the firm was not regulated by them, hence their inability to intervene. Government has also added its voice, saying it has no intention of bailing out any Men's Gold customer or Men's Goldians, as some of them are calling themselves. So could this be government's last pronouncements on the issue, and is it in the right direction? Let's hear from the Information Minister, Kojo Ponkrumah, who spoke on a sister station earlier this morning on Sepa FM.
Only will be a transaction. The
Bank of Ghana on several instances issued public warnings. A Men's Gold is not allowed to take deposits from the public. Another regulatory agency, that is the Securities and Exchange Commission, also came in to warn the public about the dealings of Men's Gold, adding that anyone who does business with them do so at their own risk. However, most of these customers did not heed the advice coming from the Bank of Ghana and the Securities and Exchange Commission. But another challenge for us now is that because Men's Gold was not licensed, the Bank of Ghana cannot even step in to support these customers. But looking at this development, it might just be right for these aggrieved workers to look at the various legal options, just like any individual trying to retrieve his or her money from another party, rather than turning to the Bank of Ghana or government for any financial support.
Okay, so Mahama Idrisu is an investment banker, and he joins me for further discussion on this whole Men's Gold saga. Good evening, sir, and thanks so much for your time.
Good evening.
All right, so an arrest warrant has been issued. What do you make of this new development?
Excuse me, could you go over again?
I'm asking that an arrest warrant has been issued for the arrest of Nana Appiah Mensah. What do you make of this new development?
You know, when arrest warrants are issued, we're talking about investment here. We're not talking of sale of land or sale of a house or a car, or probably an accountant goes to steal money in a company. This is investment we are talking about.
Right.
Let's get a scenario. They issue an arrest warrant. This noise started maybe at the beginning of 2018. Nobody minded the investors who were making noise, even though some of them were irresponsible by saying that the government wanted to spoil the business of a young man, and so they didn't care what was happening. Let's say that Bank of Ghana has done its due diligence and said, look, we are not going to interfere in this. SG has come to make noise. Even at that time, people were still sending their money.
All right.
We have issued an arrest warrant. Let's say it takes 2, 3, 4 months to get the directors and even Nana Kwame himself or Nana Appiah himself. He gets a lawyer. Investors get a lawyer or government gets a lawyer. They take him to court. Yeah, you know how many years it takes to go over this kind of case.
So you mean it will not solve the situation immediately?
No, investors are waiting for them. They've already waited for probably a year.
All right.
And they want this money to reinvest or to use it for the purpose for which they wanted to use it for.
So then what do you suggest is the best way forward? Government is saying that they have no interest in bailing out any customer. The Bank of Ghana has also said same. So what do you think is the right step at this moment?
For me, as a professional investment banker, I think the government and the Bank of Ghana are taking the right decision. Look, it is not in the purview of regulation of the Bank of Ghana to regulate it. They just did their due diligence and their investor shopping to make sure that they take the guy out of their road into the road that he wants to do. That is okay. If government wants to bail or Bank of Ghana wants to bail anybody that they don't regulate, we all rush there and say that somebody took our money and didn't pay.
All right, but you also agree with me that the CEO of Men's Gold, Nana Appiah Mensah, in this position now, have been seen in so many pictures with so many prominent people, including the president himself. Will you say that that is some sort of endorsement for that reason that they should step in at this moment?
If I have a picture with you, I'm a happy man. I put it on Facebook or put it somewhere. If I have the chance to have a picture with Akufo-Addo, I will have. If I have the chance to have the picture with, as for Ken, I already have a picture because of Sovereign Bond. If I want a picture with probably, maybe the MD of, what's it called? So I go there and have a picture. We have pictures in meetings that we meet to discuss things and not just for investment.
But you also agree that some have said that it's some sort of endorsement because these are prominent people. They should have done some sort of due diligence before allowing him into their space.
If statements are made by those people that he had pictures with to say that this is the best investment company for you to invest your money in, it's a different thing. But just having a picture look, we have pictures based on different relationships.
Right.
The guy was philanthropic. Maybe he goes to donate to Otunfo's educational fund.
All right.
Why won't you have a picture with you?
All right, quickly before I let you go, over 120% returns a year. Very enticing, and should people be really concerned about such gains on their investments?
Look, Ghanaians, I'm not going to use the word greedy, because anybody who gets a chance to make faster than anything that is normal, everybody will go for it.
Right.
Or what? I came back into the system around 2016, and I went to their website, read their forms. And fortunately, at that time, somebody came for investment advice whether he should go and put her money there. I said, please don't do that. I've known this company since Kaswa. I was staying in Kaswa for 6-7 years, and I was always seeing it. I went there, did the same shopping that Bank of Ghana did, asked them a few questions, went to their website, looked at the qualification of the people who were running the thing, and that alone put me off. People don't do those due diligence. Even if I didn't have money to invest, but I just wanted to be sure that are these people really regulated? Are these people serious by this kind of return?
Okay, thank you so much, Muhammad Idrisu. Muhammad Idrisu is an investment analyst, and he's been speaking about the men's gold issue. Let's move on to other stories now. All right, so we move away from men's gold to other stories now, and patronage of healthy salad appears to have increased as more and more people have become conscious of their health. Helen Selassie Lawson is one of such startups taking advantage of this healthy lifestyle. The Joy Business Van gets on the road for our first episode this year.
Making salads may not seem a big deal, but in our world today where everybody is busy and most people settle for junk food, people like Helen Selassie Lawson have become saviors. Helen is an advocate of healthy eating and a lover of salads. Whenever she has some free time, she would not hesitate to make family and friends some of her healthy recipes. So, I've joined her to learn a thing or two. Good feedback from her family and friends pushed Helen to consider this a part-time business.
One day I was in the office. Actually, I work with a company called Salad Master, but we're into health. So I was in the office and I was thinking, why can't I do something alongside? Because my friends were saying the salad is nice, so bring it out. So I thought of it and I decided to start. I started early last year, February.
Stepping out of her comfort zone also meant she had to strategize to get her homemade salads onto the market. She targeted corporate organizations by getting them to taste samples, and then she started to receive orders. Towards the end of 2018, Helen decided to quit her job and concentrate on this full-time. Silo Healthy Salads. Weren't you afraid, or aren't you afraid?
From the beginning, I was a bit not sure about it, but there's a saying that with every business you want to start, you have to take a bold step. So I just had to ask my God first, and then I decided to take a big step. Sometimes it'll be shaking, but you just have to know what you're going in for. So you take a big step. So I took the big step, and then I prayed, and I know, not I pray, I know it's going to go far. And
now, Helen wakes up every day with just one aim: reaching her customers with her recipes, whether tuna, chicken, meat or weight loss salad. Time to try my hands on chicken salad, which essentially requires lettuce, cucumber, carrots, beetroots if you're a fan, shredded chicken and the dressing. The business has been successful so far, but there are times market can be slow, and when you're dealing with easily perishable ingredients, you know that can be tough.
The challenge is sometimes when you don't get orders, sometimes in a day, sometimes you don't get orders. So what I do normally is that I have, because since I started the business for a while, I have studied the markets, and then I realized the days that the orders are not much. So I normally do a bit of the things. I don't really do much. Let's say, for instance, if it's a Friday, I know tomorrow is Thursday, today is Friday, and on Friday the market is a bit down. people want to go out and chill and all that, so they don't really eat like in the morning and all that. So I normally do a bit of it because I know the market is not that busy.
Helen is gradually building her client base and is not doing bad for someone who just started full-time, but she admits there are times she has considered quitting.
So I was like, what am I doing? Am I doing the right thing? Should I get another job? Should I send my CVs? But I kept on telling myself, no, I can do this. So yes, there's this challenge there, try to quit, but I'll sit down a bit, think about it small, and then I'll just be like, no, I have to do it.
With her tasty recipes and attractive packaging and the goal of promoting a healthy lifestyle, Helen is hoping to expand her client base and one day build a salad bar.
We have varieties of salad, and it comes in a different way. So it's not only open. My dream is not so only open for the Ghanaian market, because we have foreigners also in the country. So I have that vision that we open it to the whole country, that everybody from anywhere can come in and just get a salad.
And just in case you're wondering what Silo means, it is the combination of her names, Selassie and Lawson.
Welcome back to Business Live. Preparing African SMEs and startups for transformational growth. That's the subject for discussion at this year's edition of Crystal Ball Africa, which has opened at the Labadi Beach Hotel in Accra. The business conference is providing a forum for participants to take a close look at issues that will impact their businesses. And my colleague Darryl Kwa joins me on the phone for an update. Hello, Darryl. What's been happening? Look, lost Darryl Kwa on the line, but we'll bring you an update on that very development and as and when we get it. So that's how we wrap up tonight on Business Live. Thanks so much for your time. But for more news, do log on to our website, myjoyonline.com/business for more business updates. My name is Sandra and I'm grateful for your time.